Welcome to the deep dive. Let's cut straight to it today. We're looking at teenage mental health,
Hmm.
specifically that, crucial 14 to 18 age range. It's a time of just massive shifts, isn't it? Physically, emotionally.
Absolutely. Huge changes. And our goal in this deep dive is really to pull out the key insights on how we can genuinely support teenagers' mental well-being during this, well, pretty intense period.
Yeah, intense is the word.
We want this to be practical, tools anyone connected with a teen, parents, teachers, family can actually use.
Because what they're navigating between 14 and 18, it can feel overwhelming. You've got these huge emotions flying around.
Right.
They're trying to figure out who they even are, pushing for independence, dealing with friends, peer pressure.
And school pressure, don't forget that. Plus, living in this constant stream of social media, it never really switches off.
And all this, it can make them more vulnerable, can't it? We sometimes see links to anxiety or depression.
Yeah, or issues around eating, low self-esteem. It can also be a time where some teens might experiment with riskier behaviors as they try to cope or figure things out.
Okay, so let's dig into that age range a bit more. Why is 14 to 18 so critical for mental health specifically?
Well, a key thing is the brain development happening then. It's
Mm.
still very much under construction, especially the parts dealing with like emotional control and making decisions.
Ah, okay, so they're literally not wired like adults yet.
Exactly.
Yeah.
And that makes them uniquely susceptible to mental health challenges.
Yeah.
But it also means the habits and coping strategies they develop now can be really foundational. They can build lasting resilience.
Right. A time of huge potential, but also, yeah, significant vulnerability.
Yeah.
So if we want to help, what's a practical first step? What does the research point to?
One thing that comes through really strongly is the power of active listening, like really listening.
Okay.
I mean, it's intentionally creating space for them to talk. Maybe not a formal sit down, which can feel intimidating.
More like when you're, I don't know, driving somewhere or
Right.
cooking.
Precisely. Those casual moments. And how you listen matters. Asking open-ended questions is key.
Not just yes/no stuff.
Right. Things like, could you tell me more about that?
Yeah.
Or how did that make you feel? Get them to elaborate, share their perspective.
So it's about genuine curiosity, not grilling them.
Exactly that. And resist that urge. It's a strong one sometimes. To jump straight in with advice or solutions.
The fix-it mode.
Yeah. Avoid lectures. Definitely avoid arguing. And really try not to have these chats when you're angry or upset. Calm, focused presence. That's what builds trust.
Okay. Be the safe harbor, not the immediate problem solver. Got it. What else? What's another way to connect?
Being willing to be, well, real, relatable.
How do you mean?
Sharing some of your own feelings or difficulties appropriately, of course. It shows them they're not alone in struggling sometimes. It sort of normalizes that life isn't always easy.
Letting them see you're human too, basically. That setbacks happen. Okay, but what about those really tough subjects? Like if you're worried about something serious, maybe self-harm, how do you even start that conversation?
The sources suggest a gentle, maybe indirect approach initially. You could try something like, sometimes when people your age are feeling really down or overwhelmed, they might think about hurting themselves. Have you ever heard about that happening with anyone?
Ah, okay. So it opens the door without making it a direct accusation.
Yeah.
Less confrontational.
Exactly. It makes it a bit safer to talk about.
That makes sense. And switching gears slightly, what about acknowledging the good stuff when they are making an effort?
Oh, absolutely crucial. Celebrate those small wins, seriously.
Even tiny steps.
Yes. Acknowledge the effort, the progress. It builds their confidence. And remind them, too, that uncertainty and struggle are just part of growing and learning. It's okay not to have it all figured out.
Focus on the journey, the effort, not just the A+ result.
You got it. And stepping back, the biggest protective factor for teen mental health, it's connection.
Connection.
Strong relationships with family, with friends, feeling connected at school. That's the bedrock. These things create a powerful support system. They're all intertwined.
So it's not just the one-on-one conversations, but fostering those broader, healthy relationships too.
Exactly right. That's the safety net that helps them through the tough times.
Okay, this has been really helpful. So the main takeaway seems to be supporting teens, especially 14 to 18, needs patience, empathy, and using these kinds of approaches. And the support we give now really matters long term.
It really does. It builds that resilience for the future. And maybe a final thought for you listening. How can you consciously create more of those moments for genuine connection, for those open conversations with the teens in your life. Because as we've kind of explored here, it really is all connected.
Powerful thought to end on. Thanks for exploring this with us today.